Hi, so in this screencast we're going to have a look at some of these um, online services where you can create games. So here we are in the gamification 1 hour workshop community site, and down here we've got a number of links that I'd like you to have a look at. So let's look at creating an online jigsaw puzzle first of all. Here we go. We've got an example here, it's loading up, and basically what I've done is I've uploaded an image, and that image is this one here. So that's the finished image, and then with this link you can provide this link to your students through the LMS, and you've given them an online puzzle to solve. And these are useful because they they put the mind into an active mode, and it means that what they're looking at, as the image starts to form, you have higher mental retention. At least that's how it's supposed to work anyway. This isn't really scientific, it's just what you'd call a common sense approach, but there you go, a couple of pieces fit together there, another one. So we've got the corner happening. Alright, let's have a look at another one. Quiz show building in Poplet. Let's have a look at this one. So Poplet is a asynchronous tool where many people can join in and collaborate on the same thing, but here's an example of something which I've dreamt up, and the game's called Political Prisoner. So let's zoom in and have a look at some of this. So round one, know your repressive regime, and we're using a bunch of image clues which we'd go to the web and find, I guess, to guess which political regime it is. Then you get some bonus points if you name the leader. Remember, this is just made up, it's completely untested. It's just a way of generating an idea or getting a conversation started. When you accrue some points, and maybe you could split them up into teams, then you can then risk it. So you have some way of risking all your points or risking some of your points, and then the rest of the class might be able to vote on how well that was done. So you might have a response, call and response type of thing set up with video. You might say, play this all online, where you're asking people to create a video which is in some way a political tool, and then they're voted on, and the winner gets to double their points. So round two might be about famous political prisoners, and you could test their knowledge on people who've been um, locked up for their political views. So you can see how this relates to say a social sciences or a political sciences type of unit, but you really have to use your imagination to see how it might relate to your discipline. You need a scoring system. You might be something around the structure of teams. You can introduce that competitive aspect to it. Let's have a look at one that was created for the US Army. So it says right there at the top, it should take about 10 minutes. There's 12 paths through the game, and the object is to uh, link the US Army to a local Haji Kamal who's decided to turn away from the insurgents and to work with the US Army. So the idea is you need to make some good relations with this person. And here's a little intro, tells you about the players. Keep clicking through. Obviously using imagery to kind of set the scene, and then you notice a cannabis field. Okay, that's going to come into play, and then we get into the question, the branching scenario aspect of it. So he offers some chai. What will you do? Okay, and so here's where you get to choose your answer. I wish I could drink that chai, but unfortunately I'm allergic to it. And then it goes on. He looks surprised, and then okay. So you can see how this tool allows you to go through and step through different scenarios and see how um, the local leader, the Pashtun leader there, would respond. So that's a good example. We've also got things like online crossword puzzle generators. So you don't need to try and figure it out by hand. You can use these tools, just put in a whole bunch of words. Great for a subject where there's a lot of terminology, a lot of jargon that needs to be spot on. So you get people using the right language, and helps with their general discussion later on, maybe in the seminar setting. Same thing with an online word search puzzle generator. So you can look around, you'll find many more free tools on the web, things that allow you to create things that then you can share a link or share back to a website, make a PDF, something that you can use as a digital artifact inside your LMS or just generally inside the class.